down. Farris of Credit Suisse has joined us on the phone line from Singapore. Ray, good morning. Thanks much for joining us. The rupee is like spurted now at near 2-year highs. What is your sense of the trajectory? There were a lot of people who called for 70 on the rupee versus the dollar. Now, would you call closer to 65 or 64?
Well, I mean, whenever you get these types of rallies that are driven by some sort of news event like what we've had with the elections, you tend to want to let them wash out a bit, let positioning adjust before you kind of have an idea of where things settle down, what the outlook is. The elections certainly seem to have improved or they've been very market-friendly and have led to a change in expectations about the ability of the government to implement a range of policies, particularly the GST, and that's positive for growth over the medium term. So it probably alters the trajectory for the INR to some extent. But once markets settle down, we've still got the Fed hiking rates, a likelihood that the dollar will exhibit some degree of strength on a broad basis later this year. And if the currency remains quite strong, altogether the possibility that the RBI could come back and play cutting rates in the second half of the year.
Yeah, but at the moment, are you cutting your dollar rupee shorts or are you increasing your dollar rupee shorts?
Oh, as I said, I think the currency could easily run a little bit further just based on readjustment of positions. But I would let it settle down before I got too excited about any new trend emerging.
What's your forecast on the dollar index? I heard you mention briefly that you expect the strength to continue, but will it sustain above that 101 mark?
We think that the DXY can probably go up another sort of 2 to 4%, depending on how the Fed plays the rest of the year. So not a lot of dollar strength, but a little bit further, without a lot of that concentrated in the euro, in part because of monetary policy in Europe, but also because of a lot of the politics.
All right. We'll leave it at that, Farris. Pleasure speaking with you and thank you for this unscheduled stop. We'll wind up on Bazaar with the note that the markets have actually gone from strength to strength, and now I mean the equity markets as well. Mid-caps are now up 0.7%. Advanced declines is well over 2 stocks in the green for 1 in the red. So a lot of perhaps long trading ideas will come up for you on Chartbusters in a minute.